Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to crochet this gorgeous easy beanie. The size that we'll be working on today will be for 0 to 6 months of age, so for infants 0 to 6 months of age. Okay, so this pattern is actually quite easy. We'll be using the half double crochet stitch. So when I say half double crochet, I'm using the US term. In the UK, this is your half treble crochet stitch. Okay, so we'll be using this stitch throughout the pattern, so it's quite easy, perfect for beginners to try as well. And this red beanie here that I've made is for about 6 months of age, or the infant 6 months of age. Okay, so you can make this slightly smaller. I'll show you how in this tutorial. So here, this one will be perfect for a newborn baby. So as you can see, it's slightly smaller. Okay, so yeah, if you would like to learn how I crocheted this cute little beanie, then please keep watching. In this tutorial, I'll be using a 6mm size crochet hook and the yarn corresponding to the size of my hook. Alright, and now to begin this beanie, you can start with the magic circle method or the slip knot method, whichever way you prefer. Okay, if you're a beginner and if you want to learn how to make the slip knot or the magic circle, I have detailed tutorials in the beginner series. So I will leave the links to those tutorials in the description box below, so you may check that out if you need to. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a basic slip knot like so. Alright, so here I've made my slip knot, and now we are ready to make a foundation chain. So for this project, you need to make a foundation chain of 5. Okay, so you need to chain 5. So to make a chain, all you need to do is make sure your crochet hook is facing up. It's facing you like so. Alright, and then you're going to go below your yarn like so, making one twist of yarn on your hook like so. Okay, beneath the hook. And then you're going to pull your hook down, grabbing your yarn, pull it down and pull it all the way through. Okay, so this right here is chain 1. So you're going to repeat this another 4 times, okay, to get a total of chain 5. So again, make sure your hook is facing up. Place your hook beneath your yarn, pull your hook down, grabbing your yarn, pull it down and pull it all the way through. So that's chain 2, chain 3, chain 4 and chain 5. Okay, so here I've made a chain of 5. Now we're going to convert this foundation chain into a foundation ring. Okay, so to do that, you need to make a slip stitch into the first chain that we made. So if you're not quite sure where your first chain is, all you need to do is count backwards from your hook. So when you count backwards from your hook, you're not going to count this loop on your hook. Rather, you're going to start counting from the one below it. So this one right here is chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so this is our first chain that we made. So into this chain space, we'll make a slip stitch. So to make a slip stitch, what you need to do is insert your hook directly into that chain space like so. Okay, and then you're going to grab your yarn, pull it through and then pull it through again like so. Okay, so we've converted our foundation chain into a foundation ring like so. Alright, now 2 things to notice when you're working a foundation ring. The first thing is that you have your loose end right here. Right, so when you're working your stitches in row 1, it's always better to just hold your loose end along with your foundation ring like so, so that when you're working your stitches, your loose end sort of gets into your stitches automatically and you don't have to worry about sewing it in the end. Okay, so that makes it a lot easier. All you need to do is hold your loose end along with your foundation ring. Now another thing, the second thing to notice is that when you separate your yarn like so, right, you'll see that there are 2 spaces opening up. You have one space here on top and one below. right? So when you're working your stitches in row 1, make sure that you're working all your stitches into this space below, okay, into this larger space below, because that is the center of your foundation ring. Do not get confused with this space on top. This is just the chain space, okay? So make sure you're working all your stitches into this center space, right? So now all that said, let's begin with row 1. So to begin row 1, you're going to start with the basic chain 2, okay? So you're going to chain 2, chain 1, and chain 2, okay? So here I've made a basic chain 2. Now this chain 2 will count as 1 half double crochet stitch in our row 1, okay? So this chain 2 will count as our first stitch. When I say half double crochet, I'm using the US term. So in the UK, this will be your half treble crochet stitch, okay? So once you've made your chain 2 like so, now we're ready to start with the proper stitches. So now we're going to make 11 half double crochet stitches into the center of our foundation ring, okay? So after your chain 2, you're going to yarn over once like so, making 1 twist of yarn on your hook, right? You're going to insert your hook into that center space we spoke about. Grab your yarn, pull it through. We've got 3 loops on our hook, 1, 2 and 3, right? After that, you're going to yarn over once again, okay? And you're going to pull through all the 3 loops like so, okay? So that right here, this one is 1 half double crochet stitch, okay? So we've got our chain 2 and 1 half double crochet stitch. So these 2 will count as 2 half double crochet stitches, okay? So we are going to do 10 more of this. So you're going to make 10 more half double crochets, okay? So again, yarn over once, insert your hook into that center space we spoke about, grab your yarn, pull it through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops, okay? So that's another half double crochet stitch. You're going to repeat that again and again till you get a total stitch count of 12 half double crochet stitches, which includes the first chain 2 that we made, okay? So yarn over again, insert your hook into that center space, grab your yarn, pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops, okay? Again, yarn over once, insert your hook into that center space, grab your yarn, pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops, okay? So you may pause this video here if you need to and go ahead and make your 12 half double crochet stitches, a total of 12 half double crochet stitches in row 1, which includes the first chain 2 that we made, okay? So the chain 2 plus 11 proper half double crochet stitches. Hope that made sense. So pause the video here if you need to, and I'll meet you right here at the end of row 1. So here I've reached the end of my row 1, okay? And now just before we finish off this row, it's always better to count your total number of stitches, okay? So you need to have a total of 12 half double crochet stitches in row 1, which includes the first chain 2 that we made, okay? So the chain 2 at the beginning will count as 1 half double crochet stitch plus 11 proper half double crochet stitches all the way around, okay? So once you've made sure that you've got the correct number of stitches, we'll finish off our row 1 by making a slip stitch into the second chain, okay, from the first 2 chains that we made. So these are the first 2 chains that I made in this row, okay? So I'm just going to make a slip stitch into the second chain space. So to do that, all I need to do is insert my hook into that second chain space, grab my yarn, pull it through, and pull it through again, Okay, so I slip stitched into the second chain space, and that completes my row 1. Okay, if you have worked your loose end at the beginning, as I've mentioned, into the stitches, okay, of your row 1, then you can just gently pull on your loose end like so to tighten that center gap space. Okay, right, so now let's begin with row 2. So to begin row 2, you're going to start again with the basic chain 2. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and make your chain 2, chain 1 and chain 2. Okay, so these 2 chains will count as 1 half double crochet stitch. Okay, after that you're going to work 1 proper half double crochet stitch into the chain space right below this chain 2. So if you see carefully, you have this chain 2 here, and right here we have this chain space, this stitch space, right, this gap right here. So into this space we'll be working 1 proper half double crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook into that space right below your chains. Okay, you're going to grab your yarn, pull it through 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So we've made 1 half double crochet right there. Okay, and after this we are going to work into the next stitch space. Okay, so to identify your stitch space, the best thing to do is to notice your stitches from the top, okay, from above, and as you can see you have these loops of V, the alphabet V. Okay, so you have these loops here, these 2 loops above each of your stitches. So when I say stitch space, it's the space right beneath these 2 loops. Okay, so I'll just show it to you properly. So what I mean is the space right beneath your loops, like so. Okay, so make sure you're working through both the loops, and that is basically the stitch space above the stitch from the previous row. Okay, make sense? Okay, so let's start with the row 2 proper. So we did our chain 2 at the beginning and 1 half double crochet here, right? So now we are going to move to the next stitch space, so this stitch space right here, okay, that I showed you, and we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches into this space here. Okay, so you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook into that stitch space like so, making sure you're going through both the loops. Grab your yarn, pull it through. We've got 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so that's 1 half double crochet stitch. So you're going to make 1 more half double crochet into this same stitch space. Okay, into the same space that we just worked this half double crochet into. Okay, so again you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook back into that same space like so. Grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked 2 half double crochet stitches into this stitch space we spoke about. Okay, so you're basically going to repeat this pattern all the way around for row 2. So into each stitch space, okay, we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches all the way around. Okay, so I'll just show it to you again. So the next thing is you identify your stitch space. So this is the next stitch space right here, okay, beneath these 2 loops. Right, so you're going to work 2 half double crochet stitches into this stitch space right here. So again you're going to yarn over once like so, insert your hook into the next stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so that's 1 half double crochet. You're going to work 1 more half double crochet into the same stitch space, so into the same space that we just worked this half double crochet into. Okay, so you're going to yarn over once again, insert your hook back into that same space like so, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook. you're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked 2 half double crochet stitches into this space right here. Okay, 2 half double crochet stitches, right? So you're just going to repeat this again. So again into the next stitch space, so beneath these 2 loops here, okay, into this stitch space we are going to work another 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so this is the basic pattern for this row. So you're just going to continue this all the way around. So work 2 half double crochet stitches into each stitch space all the way around. Okay, so for row 2 you need to have a total of 24 half double crochet stitches, okay, which includes the first chain 2 that we made. So the chain 2 that we made at the beginning of our row 2, okay, will count as 1 stitch as well. Okay, so make sure your total stitch count is 24 half double crochet stitches. So you may pause the video here if you need to. Work your way around, okay, 2 half double crochet stitches into each stitch space from the previous row, and I'll show you how to finish your row 2. So here I've reached the end of my row 2. Okay, and you need to have a total of 24 half double crochet stitches in your row 2, which includes the first chain 2 that we did as well. So your chain 2 plus 23 half double crochet proper. Okay, so once you've made sure that you have the right stitch count, then we can finish off our row 2 by making a slip stitch into the second chain from the first 2 chains that we made at the beginning. Okay, so these are my first 2 chains that I made. So into the second chain space right here, we'll be working a slip stitch to finish off our row 2. Okay, so to make a slip stitch, all you need to do is insert your hook directly into that chain space like so. Okay, grab your yarn, pull through and pull through again. Okay, so I worked a slip stitch into that chain space and my row 2 is complete. So now let's move on to row 3. So to begin row 3, you're going to start again by chaining 2. So you're going to make a simple chain 2. Okay, now this chain 2 will also count as 1 half double crochet stitch in this row as well. Okay, so the chain 2 will count as 1 half double crochet stitch. Now into the next chain space, so this chain space right here, okay, we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so into the next chain space we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches. So you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook into that chain space like so. Okay, you're going to grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So that's 1 half double crochet. You're going to make 1 more. So yarn over once again, insert your hook back into that same stitch space that we just worked this half double crochet into. Okay, so this space right here, you're going back into the same space to work another half double crochet stitch. 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so right now what we've done is we've started with the chain 2 and then into the next chain space, into the next stitch space, we worked 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so next what we're going to do, into the next stitch space right here, okay, into the next stitch space we'll be working 1 half double crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook into the next stitch space like so, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked 1 half double crochet stitch into this stitch space right here. Okay, now into the next stitch space, okay, this space right here, we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitch. Okay, so yarn over once, insert your hook into the next stitch space, this space here. Okay, and we're going to work 2 half double crochet. So this is 1 half double crochet. Right, we'll be working one more half double crochet into the same stitch space. Okay, yarn over again, insert your hook into that same space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops like so. Okay, so we work 2 half double crochet stitches into this space as well. So this is the basic pattern for row 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to work 1 half double crochet into the next stitch space here. So 1 half double crochet here, and then into the next space, into the next stitch space, we work 2 half double crochet stitches. Then into the next one we work 1 half double crochet, and then into the next one we work 2 half double crochet stitches. So that's the pattern all the way around. Okay, it will be alternating. So here we worked 2 half double crochet, then we work 1 half double crochet, then we work 2 half double crochet, and then we work 1 half double crochet. Make sense? Okay, so you're just going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, so I'll just show it to you once more. So here we worked 2 half double crochet stitches into this space right here. Right, so into the next space here we'll be working 1 half double crochet. Okay, so yarn over once, insert your hook into that stitch space, the next one, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked 1 half double crochet into this space. Now moving on to the next stitch space, so this space here we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so yarn over once, insert your hook into that next stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. So that's 1 half double crochet stitch. Now into that same stitch space that we just worked this half double crochet, we'll work another half double. So yarn over once again, insert your hook back into that same stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so this is how your stitches should look like. So you have 2 half double crochet stitches here. Now again into the next one we work just 1 half double crochet. Okay, like so. Okay, and then into the next one, so this is the one we just worked now, right? We worked 1 half double crochet into this space. So into the next stitch space we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, make sure when you're going through the stitch make sure that when you're going through the stitch space that you go through both the loops. Okay, so you may pause the video here, repeat this pattern all the way around for row 3, and I'll show you how to finish off your row 3. Okay, so here I've reached the end of my row 3. Okay, and into the last stitch space I worked 2 half double crochet stitches. In row 3 you need to have a total of 36 half double crochet stitches all the way around, and this includes the first chain 2 that we did at the beginning as well. Okay, so once you've made sure you have your 36 stitches correct, okay, we can finish off our row 3 by making a slip stitch into that second chain space from the first 2 chains that we made. So this is the first 2 chains that I made at the beginning. Okay, so into the second chain space, so this space right here, I'll be working my slip stitch to complete this row. Okay, so I'm just going to insert my hook into that chain space, grab my yarn, pull it through like so, and pull it through again. Right, so I've made a slip stitch there and I've completed my row 3, and now we can move on to row 4. So for row 4 we are going to again start with a basic chain 2. So chain 1 and chain 2. Okay, and this chain 2 again will count as 1 half double crochet stitch for this row as well. Okay, so this chain 2 will count as 1 half double crochet stitch. Now into the next stitch space right here, okay, this space here, we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook into the next stitch space like so. Grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we made 1 half double crochet into the next stitch space. Now we are going to move to the next stitch space, so this space right here. And if you notice, this space is basically the 2 half double crochet stitches that we made in the previous row. Okay, 2 half double crochet stitches, right? So into this stitch space above that, so this space here, we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches as well. Okay, so after we made this half double crochet stitch here, we'll move to the next stitch space and work 2 half double crochet stitches. So yarn over once, insert your hook into the next stitch space, make sure you're going through both the loops again, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. So that's 1 half double crochet. We'll be working 1 more half double crochet into the same stitch space here. Okay, so yarn over once, insert your hook back into that same stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked another half double crochet into the same stitch space. So if you see carefully, we worked 2 half double crochet stitch into this stitch space, right? So when you see the stitches beneath that from the previous row, it'll correspond with the 2 half double crochets in that row as well, where we worked it in 1 stitch space. Okay, make sense? Okay, so after this we are going to work 1 half double crochet into the next stitch space. So identify your stitch space. So this is the next one here, right? We'll be working 1 half double crochet. So yarn over once, insert your hook into that stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we have 1 half double crochet there. Now moving on to the next stitch space, so this space here, we'll be working another half double crochet stitch. Okay, so yarn over once again, insert your hook into that stitch space, the next stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked 1 half double crochet into this space as well. Now into the next one, we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so into this next stitch space, we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches. So yarn over once, insert your hook into the next stitch space like so. Grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. That's 1 half double crochet there, right? We'll be working 1 more half double crochet into this very same stitch space that we just worked this half double crochet into. Okay, so again yarn over once, insert your hook back into that same stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So we worked 2 half double crochet stitches into this stitch space right here. And now when we see the stitches from the previous row, it will correspond to the 2 half double crochet from the previous row as well. Okay, right, so this is basically the pattern for row 4. You're going to repeat this all the way around. So you're going to do 1 half double crochet stitch into this stitch space, the next one. Okay, 1 half double crochet stitch here, then into the next one here we'll work another 1 half double crochet stitch, and then into the third stitch space we work 2 half double crochet stitch. Okay, and then again next one we work 1 half double crochet stitch above, then the next stitch space we work 1 half double crochet again, and into the third stitch space we work 2 half double crochet stitch. So one way to notice that to make sure that you're doing it right is that the set of two stitches, the set of 2 half double crochet stitches, right, it will always correspond to the 2 half double crochet stitches from the previous row. So that's one way to make sure that your stitches are aligned correctly. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this all the way around for row 4. So I'll quickly show it to you once again. So here last stitch I worked was the 2 half double crochet stitches into this space right here, right? So moving on to the next stitch space, so this space here I'll work 1 half double crochet, okay, so I worked 1 half double crochet into this space. Now moving on to the next one, so this space here I'll work another 1 half double crochet stitch. So again, yarn over once, insert your hook into that stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. So I worked another half double crochet into this stitch space here, right? And now into the next one I'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so that's 1 half double crochet. I'll be going back into that same stitch space and work another one. Okay, like so. Okay, and as you can see, the 2 half double crochets is corresponding to the 2 half double crochets from the previous row. Okay, so you may pause the video here if you need to and repeat this pattern all the way around, okay, for your row 4, and I'll show you how to complete this row. So again, the next stitch space we work 1 half double crochet, into the next stitch space we work 1 half double crochet, and into the third stitch space we work 2 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 2 half double crochet. Okay, so repeat this all the way around and I'll show you how to finish this row. So here I've reached the end of my row 4, and into the last stitch space here I worked 2 half double crochet stitches. Okay, so by the end of row 4 you need to have a total of 48 half double crochet stitches all the way around, and this includes the first chain 2 that we made as well. Okay, the first chain 2 that we made at the beginning will also count as 1 half double crochet stitch. Now to finish off this row, we are going to work a slip stitch into the second chain space from the first 2 chains that we made at the beginning. Okay, so I'm just going to insert my hook into that second chain space, grab my yarn, pull through and pull through again. Okay, so this basically completes our row 4. Okay, and we are basically done with our increase rows. Okay, so for this tutorial I'm showing you the beanie size for 0 to 6 months infant. Okay, so this will be enough for the increase. Okay, so this will be the top part of your beanie, and it should measure, just grab my measuring tape. Okay, so it should measure about 2 inches from the center. Okay, so from your center space till your circumference here is exactly 2 inches, and that's perfect. Okay, 2 to 2.5 inches is fine. All right, so now we will be working the rows for the length of the beanie. Okay, so this will be the top part of your beanie, and now we'll just be working the next rows for the height or the length of your beanie. Okay, so for row 5 we'll start with a basic chain 2. So you're going to start with a basic chain 2 again, and this chain 2 will count as 1 half double crochet stitch. Okay, now into the next stitch space, so this stitch space right here, okay, we'll be working 1 half double crochet stitch. Okay, so you're going to yarn over once, insert your hook into the next stitch space like so, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so we worked 1 half double crochet into our next stitch space here. Now into the next stitch space we'll work 1 half double crochet. So yarn over once again, insert your hook into the next stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. So that's 1 half double crochet in the next stitch space. Okay, so for this row basically the pattern is the same. You're just going to work 1 half double crochet into each stitch space all the way around. Okay, that's it. You're not going to be doing any more increases since we are just working the length. So we'll just work 1 half double crochet into each stitch space all the way around. So again, for this row 5 you will have the same stitch count as you had for the previous row. So for row 4, right, so in row 5 also you will have a total of 48 half double crochet stitches, including the first chain 2 that we made. Okay, so we are just going to be working 1 half double crochet stitch into each stitch space all the way around. That's it. Okay, simple, right? So I'll just show you again. So you have this half double crochet into this space here. Moving on to the next stitch space, so this space right here, we'll be working 1 half double crochet stitch. Yarn over once, insert your hook into that stitch space, grab your yarn, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, again moving on to the next stitch space, so that's this space right here, we'll be working 1 half double crochet stitch again. So that's basically it. So for this row all you need to do is work 1 half double crochet into each stitch space all the way around. So you may pause the video here if you need to and complete this row, and I'll show you how to finish it off when you reach the end here. Okay, so just work 1 half double crochet into each stitch space. So in row 5 also you'll have a total of 48 half double crochet stitches, just as the previous row. So here I've reached the end of my row 5. Okay, so I worked 1 half double crochet stitch into each stitch space all the way around, and so my stitch count will be the same as the previous row. There will be 48 half double crochet stitches in row 5 as well, including the first 2 chains that we did at the beginning. Okay, the first 2 chains will also count as 1 stitch. So to finish off this row, all you need to do is make a slip stitch into the second chain space like we did so far for the previous rows as well. Okay, so I'm just going to insert my hook into that stitch space, grab my yarn, pull through and pull through again. Okay, so I worked a slip stitch there and my row 5 is complete. So now we'll be starting with our repeat rows. So basically what you'll be doing now is repeating row 5 again and again. So you're going to repeat the same row, this last row that we did, row 5. You're going to repeat it again and again to get the length of the beanie that you want. Okay, that's it, that's the pattern. Okay, so you should repeat this row till you get a total length of about 6 inches from the center. So you're going to repeat this row again and again, okay, till you get about 5 to 6 inches from the center of your beanie. You should reach at least 5 inches or 5 to 6 inches max. Okay, try not to go beyond 6 inches because it will be larger for the baby. Okay, so this is for 0 to 6 months infant. I would suggest 5 to 5.5 or maximum 6 inches length. So you're just going to repeat row 5 again and again till you get the length that you want. Okay, I'll be making about 5 to 5.5 inches. Okay, so continue row 5 till you get the length that you want. If you are making a beanie for a premature baby, for a preemie baby, then I think the length should be about 4.5 to 5 inches should be fine. Okay, so try to make it a little more shorter. So yeah, so you can get yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, put on your favorite TV show on Netflix, and then continue your project, because this will take a little time, especially if you're a beginner. So just repeat the same row that we just did, row 5, again and again till you get that length that I said earlier. Okay, so you may pause the video here. Repeat this pattern, and I'll show you how to finish off your beanie. Okay, so I'll just quickly show it to you again. So my row 5 is complete, and I'll just quickly show you row 6 as well. So row 6 is exactly the same as row 5. You're just going to repeat it. So to begin, you start with a chain 2, 1, 2. Okay, this chain 2 will count as 1 half double crochet stitch. Into the next stitch space, so this space right here, we'll be working 1 half double crochet proper. Okay, like so. Right, so we worked 1 half double crochet into the next stitch space. Now moving on to the next stitch space, so this space right here, we'll be working another half double crochet. So 1 half double crochet into this stitch space as well. So we're just going to be working 1 half double crochet into each stitch space all the way around, just as we did in row 5. Okay, so in this row as well, you will get a total of 48 half double crochet stitches. Right, so you may pause the video here, repeat your pattern. Okay, repeat this row again and again till you get the length that I've mentioned earlier, and I'll see you at the end of your project. So here I've completed my beanie, and I repeated my row 4 about 9 times. So I've made a total of 13 rows of stitches. Okay, and now let's just measure our beanie from the center. So I just grab my tape measure and measure it from the center. Okay, so as you can see, it's about 5 inches. Okay, from the center. So this height is perfect for a newborn baby. If you're making this beanie for a premature baby, then you can make this height slightly smaller, maybe around 4 to 4.5 inch should be fine. If you're making this beanie for a slightly a baby with a slightly larger head circumference, or you're making this beanie for maybe a 5-month or a 6-month-old baby, then you can increase the rows to maybe 1 or 2 more rows of stitches. Okay, and try not to go beyond 6 inches. Okay, 6 inches should be fine for a 6-month-old baby. Right, so that's how you calculate the height of the beanie. Okay, so also one more thing, if you want to leave the project like so with this border, you can leave it like this as well. If you want to add 1 more row of stitches with a different border, then you can add this simple single crochet border that I've done for this beanie here. What I did was I just chained 1 and then worked 1 single crochet into each stitch space all the way around for 1 row. Okay, so that will give you a slightly smoother finish if you want that. Okay, so that's not necessary, it's totally up to you if you want to add a single crochet border. Again, when I say single crochet, I'm using the US term. So in the UK, that will be your double crochet stitch. Okay, if you want, you can do that. If you want to leave it like so, you can leave it like this as well. Okay, so once you're done with your rows of stitches, to finish your project, all you need to do is slip stitch and finish the row. Okay, once you've completed your row, so at the end, you always slip stitch to the second chain. Okay, and then the second chain, when I say second chain, it's from the 2 chains that you did at the beginning of the row. Okay, so once you've slip stitched and completed your row like so, all you need to do is chain 1, right, leave a little bit of yarn to sew in the ends. Okay, and then cut off your yarn. Here I've already cut off my yarn. Okay, and then you just pull through like so. You got a knot here, so you just tighten the knot like so, and then you can sew in this end. Okay, and also the end, the loose end at the beginning. Remember this loose end. If you worked it in your row 1 stitches, okay, as I've mentioned at the beginning of the tutorial, if you've worked this loose end along with your stitches, then you can just tighten it and cut the excess yarn off. You can just cut it off. But if you have not worked it in your stitches, then you might have to sew this as well. Okay, so I'll just sew in my ends and I'll be right back. So here I've sewed in my ends and my beanie is complete. So this is the end of this tutorial. I hope my instructions were easy to follow. Please leave in your comments and suggestions in the comment box below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you have any doubts regarding the pattern, also let me know and I'll try to help you out as much as possible. Okay, so give this video a thumbs up if you could follow, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free. All you need to do is click on the red button below the video and you will be notified whenever I post a new tutorial. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day ahead and God bless. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.